Welcome back to Channel Value Quarter Dollar Your Life is this we've diving into the fascinating world of Sacagawea. Value iconic design story hidden treasures as we explore the most valuable and expensive and ultra-rare U.S. coins. Top 5 Sacagawea half-dollar coins. History of coins. Shocking of America coins and different color shade coin. Collector and investor £1 coins. Dirty condition. Seemingly ordinary coins could be worth thousands dollar or even Lions of dollars today, so before you spend that old, stick around because you might be holding a fortune in your hands. First up, 1 coins. Imagine reaching into an old jar of dirty, forgotten coins and discovering that one ordinary looking piece could be worth more than a luxury mansion. It sounds unbelievable, but throughout history, rare coins have surprised collectors by selling for thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions of dollars. Stories like these have inspired millions of people to search through their pocket change, hoping to uncover a hidden treasure. But the truth is even more fascinating than the myths. A coin's value is not decided simply because it is old or dirty. It is created by a remarkable combination of rarity, history, condition, minting mistakes, collector demand, and the incredible stories that surround it. Every rare coin carries a journey that stretches across decades or even centuries, making it much more than a piece of metal. One of the most talked about American coins is the Washington quarter. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, this 25-cent coin has become one of the most collected coins in the world. Most Washington quarters are only worth their face value, but a tiny number have become legendary because of rare minting errors or extremely limited varieties. Some error quarters have sold for thousands of dollars, while a few exceptional examples have reached astonishing auction prices. These rare coins attract collectors because they represent mistakes that were never meant to exist. A tiny detail, such as a doubled design, an off-center strike, or being struck on the wrong metal, can completely transform an ordinary quarter into a collector's dream. Another coin that has captured worldwide attention is the 1999 20 cent from Spain featuring the famous writer Miguel de Cervantes. Millions of these coins were produced, so an ordinary example is usually worth only 20 cents. However, collectors carefully inspect every detail because unusual minting errors can make certain coins much more valuable than normal circulation pieces. Errors such as dramatic off-center strikes, double strikes, missing designs, or incorrect metal planches are extremely rare. These unusual examples can command impressive prices among collectors. But the vast majority of regular 1999 Spanish 20 cent coins remain common. This is why experts always recommend careful examination before assuming a coin has extraordinary value. The world of rare coins is filled with incredible discoveries that almost sound like fiction. Throughout history, people have found valuable coins inside forgotten drawers, inherited collections, abandoned piggy banks, and even in loose change received from ordinary purchases. Some collectors have spent decades searching before making the discovery of a lifetime. These remarkable stories inspire treasure hunters around the world because they remind us that history sometimes hides in the smallest objects. Every coin has traveled through countless hands, witnessed changing generations, survived economic crises, and silently preserved a piece of the past that can still be held today. Gold coins hold a special place in the history of money because they were once trusted by kings, emperors, merchants, and entire civilizations. Long before modern paper currency existed, gold represented wealth, stability, and power. Ancient kingdoms carefully crafted beautiful gold coins that displayed rulers, symbols of victory, mythical creatures, and religious artwork. Today, many of these historic gold coins are considered priceless because they combine precious metal with extraordinary historical importance. Some have survived wars, shipwrecks, and lost civilizations, making them some of the most fascinating treasures ever discovered. Many viral videos claim that any dirty or old coin could instantly make someone a billionaire overnight. While these headlines attract millions of viewers, reality is different. Dirt alone never creates value. In fact, cleaning a rare coin can permanently reduce its worth because collectors prefer original surfaces. The true factors that determine value include rarity, preservation, historical significance, minting quality, collector demand, and professional authentication. A coin that appears ordinary could sometimes be valuable, while another coin covered in dirt may still only be worth its face value. This is why professional evaluation is so important before making conclusions about any coin's market price. Mint marks are another important detail that collectors study carefully. A tiny letter placed on a coin reveals where it was produced. Certain mints created fewer coins than others, making some mint mark combinations much rarer than the same design from another location. Collectors often use magnification to examine these tiny symbols because a single letter can sometimes make an enormous difference in value. However, a mint mark alone does not guarantee a fortune. It becomes truly significant only when combined with rarity, limited production, or unusual minting characteristics. Auction houses have repeatedly demonstrated how extraordinary rare coins can become. Collectors from around the world compete fiercely for the finest known examples of famous coins. When two determined buyers refuse to give up, bidding can rise to astonishing levels. Some historic coins have sold for several $1,000,000 because they represent unique pieces of history that may never appear for sale again. These record-breaking sales remind us that the coin market is driven by rarity and collector demand rather than by age alone. Every successful auction tells another chapter in the continuing story of humanity's fascination with money and history. For anyone searching through old collections, patience is the greatest tool. Examine every date, every mint mark, every unusual feature, and every possible error before deciding whether a coin is valuable. Never clean potentially collectible coins, store them carefully, and seek expert authentication if something appears unusual. Genuine rarities do exist, and remarkable discoveries continue to happen, but they are exceptionally uncommon. Knowledge is far more valuable than rumors, because understanding what makes a coin rare allows collectors to separate ordinary change from truly historic treasures. The history of coins is ultimately the history of civilization itself. Every coin represents an era, a government, an economy, and the countless people who carried it through everyday life. Whether it is a Washington quarter, a Spanish 20-euro cent featuring Cervantes, or an ancient gold coin from centuries ago, each piece tells a remarkable story that connects the present with the past. While most coins will never make anyone a billionaire overnight, the excitement of searching, learning, and uncovering history continues to inspire collectors across the world. Sometimes the greatest treasure is not simply the price of the coin, but the incredible journey it has taken through time before finally resting in someone's hand. The next top. Have you ever looked at the loose coins hiding in your pocket? An old jar on a shelf, or a forgotten box inside your home and wondered if one of them could change your life forever? It sounds like the beginning of an unbelievable story, yet history has shown that some of the world's rarest coins have been discovered in the most ordinary places. A single coin that appears worn, dirty, or forgotten can sometimes carry an extraordinary story that collectors spend years trying to find. But the real mystery is knowing the difference between an ordinary coin and a truly exceptional one. Today, we are diving into the fascinating history behind the Washington quarter. The 2007 Spanish 20-euro cent featuring Cervantes, and old dollar coins that have captured the imagination of collectors around the world. Before you spend any old coin, you may want to look at it one more time because its story could be far more valuable than its appearance suggests. The Washington quarter is one of the most recognizable coins in American history. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, it was originally intended as a commemorative issue. However, its popularity transformed it into a permanent part of American currency. Over the decades, billions of these quarters were produced, making most of them very common. Yet hidden among those billions are a handful of incredibly rare pieces created by minting mistakes, unusual metal compositions, or extremely limited production. These rare examples have amazed collectors and have sold for impressive amounts at auctions. Their value comes not from age alone but from rarity, condition, historical importance, and collector demand. That is why two quarters that look almost identical can have completely different values. One of the biggest myths surrounding coin collecting is that every old or dirty coin is worth a fortune. In reality, dirt does not create value. A coin becomes valuable because it possesses something that very few others have. Sometimes it is a dramatic minting error. Sometimes it is an unusual strike or a coin that escaped quality control decades ago. Other times it may have survived in almost perfect condition while millions of identical coins became worn through everyday use. Collectors are searching for rarity, authenticity, and historical significance rather than simply age or appearance. A heavily circulated coin can still be interesting, but only a small percentage become extraordinary collectibles. Across the Atlantic, the Spanish 20 cent coin released in 2007 featuring the famous writer Miguel de Cervantes is another piece that often sparks curiosity. Millions of these coins entered circulation across Europe, making the standard version very common. Because of internet rumors, many people believe every 2007 Spanish 20-cent coin is worth thousands or even millions of dollars. The truth is quite different. Most examples remain worth only their face value unless they display a genuine minting error or possess another exceptional feature that specialists can verify. This demonstrates an important lesson in coin collecting. Exciting stories spread quickly, but genuine rarity is much harder to find. Dollar coins also carry remarkable histories. From the early silver dollars of the 19th century to modern circulating dollar coins, each generation reflects a different chapter in history. Some dollar coins became famous because very few survived, while others became legendary after being stored untouched for decades in government vaults before finally reaching collectors. Certain rare dates and unusual mint errors have achieved astonishing auction prices. But these are the exceptions rather than the rule. Every collector dreams of discovering one, yet such discoveries require knowledge, patience, and careful examination instead of luck alone. Professional coin grading plays a major role in determining value. Experts examine every detail, from the sharpness of the design to the tiniest scratches on the surface. Two coins struck on the same day can have dramatically different prices because one remained nearly perfect while the other experienced years of circulation. Collectors often use magnification to inspect mint marks, lettering, edge details, and possible striking errors. Authenticity is equally important because valuable coins attract counterfeiters. A certified coin from a respected grading service provides buyers with confidence that the coin is genuine. Throughout history, some of the world's most valuable coins have become famous not simply because they were made of gold or silver but because of their unique stories. Some were accidentally produced using the wrong metal. Others were created during periods of political change or economic hardship. A few became legendary because only one or two examples are known to exist today. These remarkable pieces remind us that history can sometimes be preserved inside an object small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Their value comes from the combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand, creating prices that can reach astonishing levels. It is easy to understand why dramatic headlines claim that an ordinary coin could make someone an overnight billionaire. Such stories capture attention because everyone dreams of finding hidden treasure in everyday life. However, experienced collectors approach these claims with caution. Before believing extraordinary price tags, they compare the coin's date, mint mark, condition, weight, and design with verified auction records and expert opinions. Most sensational claims circulating online cannot be confirmed. The excitement of coin collecting comes from discovering genuine history rather than chasing unrealistic promises. If you believe you own an unusual coin, resist the temptation to clean or polish it. Cleaning can permanently reduce a coin's collector value because it alters the original surface. Instead, store it carefully, avoid touching the faces with your fingers, and consider having it examined by a knowledgeable coin dealer or professional grading service. Even if the coin is not worth a fortune, learning its history can be rewarding. Every coin has traveled through countless hands, witnessed changing times, and quietly preserved a small piece of history. The next time you hear someone claim that a common Washington quarter, a 2007 Spanish 20 euro cent, or an ordinary dollar coin is guaranteed to be worth millions or billions, remember that the real treasure lies in verified rarity rather than internet rumors. The world of coin collecting is filled with genuine mysteries, incredible discoveries, and remarkable historical stories that continue to inspire collectors across generations. Whether your coin turns out to be common or exceptionally rare, taking the time to understand its history transforms a simple piece of metal into a fascinating connection with the past. And sometimes, that journey of discovery becomes far more valuable than the coin itself. Have you ever looked inside your pocket and wondered if one ordinary looking coin could secretly be worth millions of dollars? It sounds impossible, but throughout history, a few rare coins have amazed collectors by selling for life changing amounts of money. Stories about forgotten coins found in old jars, dusty drawers, and family collections have inspired millions of people to check their spare change. Some of these stories are true, while others have grown into internet legends. Today, we will uncover the fascinating history of some of the world's most talked about coins, including the famous Washington quarter, the 2002 Spain 20 euro cent featuring Cervantes, legendary gold coins, and the myths surrounding dirty old coins. By the end, you will know which stories are based on reality and which ones are simply exciting rumors. The Washington quarter first appeared in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington. No one imagined that an everyday 25-cent coin would one day become one of the most collected coins in America. Most Washington quarters are worth only their face value, but a few rare examples have become treasures because of minting mistakes, extremely low production numbers, or exceptional preservation. Coins with double strikes, off-center designs, missing clad layers, or rare silver compositions can sell for thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. These rare pieces remind collectors that even a common coin can become extraordinary under unusual circumstances. One Washington quarter that has become legendary among collectors is the 1932 D. Because only a small number were produced at the Denver Mint, surviving examples in excellent condition are highly prized today. Another famous rarity is the 1932 S from the San Francisco Mint. These coins have become symbols of rarity, and collectors often spend years searching for one in beautiful condition. Their value depends on authenticity, rarity, and condition, proving that history and preservation matter far more than age alone. Among modern coins, the 2004 Wisconsin Extra Leaf Quarter has become famous because of a tiny minting error that created what appears to be an extra leaf on the cornstalk. This small mistake transformed an ordinary circulation coin into one that collectors eagerly hunt. Similar stories exist for quarters struck on the wrong metal, coins with dramatic die cracks, or pieces that escaped quality control. These unusual errors show how a single manufacturing accident can create a valuable collectible sought after around the world. Many people believe that a dirty old coin must be extremely valuable simply because it looks ancient. In reality, dirt alone does not increase value. In fact, cleaning a rare coin often reduces its worth because collectors prefer original surfaces. A worn coin can still be valuable if it is genuinely rare, while a shiny cleaned coin may lose much of its appeal. The true value comes from rarity, historical importance, mint errors, demand, and verified authenticity rather than appearance alone. Now let's travel to Europe and look at the 2002 Spain 20 euro cent featuring the famous Spanish writer Miguel de Cervantes. This coin entered circulation when the euro currency was introduced across much of Europe. Millions of these coins were produced, making ordinary examples worth only 20 euro cents. However, collectors search for unusual minting errors such as off-center strikes, doubled designs, or wrong metal planches. A normal 2002 Spain 20 euro cent is not worth millions, but an authenticated mint error can sometimes be worth significantly more than face value, especially if the error is dramatic and verified by experts. Gold coins have fascinated humanity for thousands of years because they combine precious metal with history and Artistry. Ancient kingdoms, powerful empires, and modern nations have all produced magnificent gold coins that reflected their wealth and influence. Some of the world's most valuable gold coins include rare American double eagles, historic British sovereigns, ancient Roman aurii, and limited edition commemorative pieces. Their value often comes from a combination of gold content, rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. Certain famous gold coins have sold for millions of dollars because they represent unique moments in history that can never be recreated. One of the greatest misconceptions on the internet is that owning a certain coin can make someone a billionaire overnight. While a few coins have indeed sold for astonishing prices, those coins are extraordinarily rare and almost always have well-documented histories, professional authentication, and exceptional collector demand. The chances of finding one in everyday change are very small, but they are not completely impossible. This possibility keeps collectors excited, encouraging people to examine every coin carefully before spending it. Every rare discovery begins with someone taking a closer look. The world of coin collecting is filled with remarkable stories of hidden treasures, forgotten collections, and incredible discoveries. Every coin carries a piece of history, whether it honors a famous leader, celebrates a historic event, or reflects the culture of its country. While most Washington quarters and 2002 Spain 20 euro cent coins are worth only their face value, a tiny number with genuine minting errors or exceptional rarity can become valuable collector's items. The real lesson is not that every old coin will make you rich overnight, but that knowledge is the greatest treasure. Learning how to recognize authentic rarities, preserving coins properly, and understanding their history gives collectors the best chance of discovering something truly special. The next coin you hold may simply buy a cup of coffee, or it may become the beginning of an unforgettable story. The next top. The 20 euro cent 2006 España Cervantes coin is one of the regular circulation coins issued by Spain as part of the euro currency introduced in 2002. Although it is a common coin, it carries significant historical, artistic, and cultural value because its national side features the portrait of Miguel de Cervantes, Spain's greatest literary figure and the author of the world-famous novel Don Quixote. The coin was minted in 2006 during the reign of Juan Carlos I, a period when Spain was an active member of the Eurozone and used a common European currency while preserving national designs on one side of each coin. The coin has a face value of 20 euro cents, equal to 1/5 of a euro. It belongs to the group of Nordic gold euro coins, a copper alloy consisting mainly of copper with aluminum, zinc, and tin. Despite its name, Nordic gold contains no actual gold, but its golden color provides durability, corrosion resistance, and a distinctive appearance. The coin weighs approximately 5.74 grams, has a diameter of 22.25 millimeters, a thickness of about 2.14 millimeters, and features a unique, Spanish flower edge with 7 indentations, making it easily recognizable by touch. The obverse, or national side, displays a finely engraved portrait of Miguel de Cervantes. His image symbolizes Spain's immense contribution to world literature and culture. Around the portrait appears the word, España, identifying the issuing country, while the minting year, 2006, is placed between the stars of the European Union. The design was created by Spanish engravers at the Royal Mint of Spain, officially known as the Real Casa de la Moneda, which has produced Spain's coins for centuries. Cervantes' thoughtful expression reflects his legacy as a writer whose works continue to influence literature worldwide. His masterpiece, Don Quixote, first published in the early 17th century, is often regarded as the first modern novel and remains one of the most translated and widely read books in history. The reverse side of the coin is common to all euro area countries using the original design for the 20-cent denomination. It was created by Belgian designer Luc La and features a map of Europe with the denomination 20 euro cent. 12 stars representing European unity surround the design. These stars symbolize the ideals of solidarity, harmony, and cooperation among European nations rather than the number of member states. This common reverse emphasizes that while each country has its own national identity, all euro coins circulate freely across participating countries. The year 2006 is not considered a rare date for Spanish 20-cent coins because millions were produced for everyday circulation. Most examples encountered today are worth only their face value if circulated. However, coins preserved in uncirculated condition, especially those from official mint sets or proof sets, can command a modest premium among collectors. Depending on condition, an uncirculated example may sell for around €1, €3, while proof coins in original packaging can be worth more. Exceptionally preserved specimens with flawless surfaces may attract higher prices from collectors seeking high-grade examples. Unlike rare error coins or limited commemorative issues, the standard 2006 circulation coin is widely available. Collectors examine several characteristics when evaluating a coin. They check the sharpness of Cervantes' portrait, the brilliance of the metal, the absence of scratches or wear, and the quality of the edge. Mint luster, strong details, and lack of contact marks significantly increase a coin's desirability. Since Nordic gold resists tarnishing better than many other alloys, many circulated coins retain an attractive appearance even after years of use. Spain adopted the euro on introduction of euro cash, replacing the Spanish peseta as its official currency. The decision reflected Spain's participation in European economic integration. The use of Cervantes on Spanish euro coins highlights the country's literary heritage rather than political leaders or monuments, making the design timeless and recognizable around the world. From 2010 onward, Spain slightly modified the national design to comply with updated European guidelines. But the portrait of Cervantes remained, confirming his enduring importance to Spanish identity. For numismatists, the €20 2006 España Cervantes coin represents more than everyday money. It is a small work of art celebrating one of history's greatest authors while also illustrating the cooperation of European nations through a shared currency. Although it is not rare, it is an excellent example of how modern circulating coins combine practical function, national pride, historical symbolism, and artistic craftsmanship. Its durable alloy, distinctive edge, elegant portrait, and connection to Miguel de Cervantes make it an interesting piece for beginners and experienced collectors alike. In most collections, its value lies more in its cultural and educational significance than in its monetary worth, reminding people that even ordinary coins can preserve the history, literature, and identity of a nation for future generations. The €20 coin is one of the standard circulating coins used in countries that belong to the euro area. The 2023 version follows the common specifications established for euro coinage. It is made from an alloy known as Nordic gold, which contains copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. Despite its name, Nordic gold contains no actual gold. The alloy is valued because it is durable, resistant to corrosion, and has a distinctive golden appearance. The coin weighs approximately 5.74 grams, has a diameter of 22.25 millimeters, and features a unique shape known as the Spanish flower, with 7 indentations around its edge that help users identify it by touch. On one side of every 20-cent coin is the common European design showing Europe and the value of the coin, while the national side varies according to the issuing country. In 2023, different Eurozone countries produced their own versions with national symbols, portraits, historical figures, coats of arms, monuments, or other culturally important designs. Because of this, a 2023 20-cent coin from one country may look different from a coin issued by another country, even though both have the same monetary value and can be used throughout the euro area. Collectors often pay attention to mint marks, mintage figures, commemorative variations, and production quality. While most 2023 20-cent coins are worth only their face value in circulation, coins with very low mintages, minting errors, or special collector editions may command higher prices among numismatists. The coin also incorporates modern security and manufacturing features designed to ensure authenticity and durability. During years of circulation, euro coins symbolize economic cooperation among participating European nations. And each annual issue provides a snapshot of the history, culture, and identity of the issuing country. For collectors, studying a 2023 20-cent coin involves examining its country of origin. Minting details, condition, edge characteristics, design elements, and rarity. Coins preserved in uncirculated or proof condition are generally more desirable than heavily circulated examples. The 20-cent denomination plays an important role in everyday transactions, helping facilitate cash payments while also serving as a small piece of European monetary history. As a result, the 2023 20 euro cent coin is both a practical currency unit and an interesting collectible item that reflects the broader story of the euro and the nations that use it.